Hello everyone, VDZ42 here, back with another How to Play. Today we're looking at how to play the game Cat Lady, designed and illustrated by Joss Wood and produced by AEG. It's a game of feline fun for 2 to 4 players. Came out in 2019. It's not all that old, 5 years ago. And in this game, we're all going to be cat ladies, just like Marie Antoinette and Ernest Hemingway. And you will be drafting cards and collecting sets of cards, and at the end of the game you need to make sure you have enough food to feed all your feline friends, or they will cost you points. If you're unable to feed cats, any cat you're unable to feed is going to cost you 2 points. Also, alternatively, if you have too much extra food, if you have the most extra food at the end of the game out of everyone, you will also lose 2 points. In the game, you get 102 of these game cards. They actually say game cards on the back. And there are certain cards that are for free or for players only. I removed them just to do a 2-player game. But they're all indicated on the corner. On the opposite corner, you got letters like O and W. That represents the color of the cat. So this one would be considered orange and white. This one's black and white. Etc. etc. This one's just orange. This one has 3 colors. And the reason for that is because some cards will be like, you get points for every black cat you have fed, or every white cat, or whatever happens to be the case. You also get a nice little wooden cat token. You get 6 of these victory point tokens, which are worth 2 points. I'll explain how you get them. You also get this other deck of cards here, 13 stray cats. And there's 13 cards, but only 3 are going to be available in the game. And there's really one way to get them. You also get a bunch of these tokens, or cubes, I should say, that represent different types of food that you can feed your cat. The red is chicken, the white is milk, the blue is tuna, and the purple is wild. It can be any of those 3 types of food. And there is, of course, the rule book. There is 60 food cubes. There's 20 of the red and blue. There's 15 white, and there's 5 purple, in case you're wondering. And we can set these up aside to grab, shuffle off the cards. Let's talk about the game cards here. So in this deck, apparently we're all mixed up here. You got all sorts of cards you can collect. So you got catnip. These are, if you get just 1 catnip, it's going to be minus 2 points. However, if you get 2 or 3, it's 1 point per cat you have. 4 is 2 victory points per cat. So you got those. You got costumes. Whoever has the most costumes collected will get 6 points. If you don't have any at all, you lose 2 points. So you want to get at least 1. But if you can get the most, hey, that's even better. You also got toys, which give you points based on how many you collect. So 1 toy is 1 point, 3 toys is 5, you have 5 toys is 12 points. There's all sorts of toys. There's catnip. Then you have cats. And they're all going to be worth different amounts of victory points. In order to score this cat and get points and not lose points, you have to feed it. Pumpkin here wants 2 chicken and 1 milk. As long as you have what you need, you score those points. If you don't, minus 2 points. So you gotta be cognizant of that as you play the game. Trying to see if there's anything else to note. A couple more. Spray bottle is a card that you can collect, and you can discard it to move the cat token. Because the way it's going to work is you're going to have cards in a 3x3 grid of 9. This cat is going to be next to one of the rows or columns. Whatever row or column it is next to, you cannot take. So discarding this will let you move the cat to a different row or column, so you can take that one if you want. They're not worth any points at the end of the game, so it's not a bad idea to use them. And then there's these lost cat cards. If you have 2 of them, you can discard them to gain 2 victory points or one of the stray cats, provided there's stray cats still available, which we'll look at. And then you also have the different types of food. And this will give you a tuna. This will give you a chicken. This will give you 2 milk. So there's some that are 2 milk, 2 chicken, 2 tuna, and some are 1. Most of them are 1. There's also a couple of these wilds which you can use to get one of these wild tokens, or cubes, wild cubes, which will let you use it as any food at the end of the game. And so we'll shuffle these up. And then I'll explain the stray cats. So the stray cats, you're going to have 3 on the table, and only 3 are going to be available during the game. You have to discard 2 of those lost cat cards to be able to claim one, and they will give you special abilities. Like, for instance, this one lets you feed this cat any number of food, and she is worth 2 victory points for each. So if I have this cat and I have some extra food, I can just feed them all to this cat, and they'll give me 2 points for each one. So if I have 3 extra foods that I didn't use for the other cats, I can feed them to this one, and it will give me 2 points each, 6 points. This one, if you feed it, which is 1 milk, it will give you, it'll count as an extra catnip, which might, get you an extra point. And use any 2 food as wilds. Just all sorts of different actions and abilities. This one can count as 7 points if you feed the most cats, and otherwise it's worth 3 points. So you have to have the most cats. Some of these that have a star on them, which or asterisk, if you will, which means you're gonna get points based on whatever the condition is. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So we'll mix them up again, and then we'll deal these cards, the game cards. We'll do just a 2-player game, so I removed all the 3 and 4-player cards, and we're gonna deal out a 3x3 grid of 9. We got a bunch of cats, we got some food. We'll put the rest into a draw pile. We're also going to deal out 3 of these stray cats. And once these are taken, that's it. We don't replace them with more. And so we got here Moonbeam. So you may use this any 2 foods as wilds. That's cool. Macaque, which we looked at already. It can turn into catnip. And then waffle, in which you can feed them 1, 2, 3, or 4 food of 1 type. And they're worth 3 victory points for each food that you feed them. So interesting. All the cats got names, all different types of cats. So it's really cool. So, next, what we're going to do to start is whoever has the most cats in real life, IRL, will be the starting player and will take the first turn. Whoever is sitting counterclockwise will take the cat token and place it next to one of the rows or columns. Whenever this cat is next to a row or column, you cannot take that row or column. So maybe my opponent, if I'm first, I don't own any cats right now, but I used to have a cat. I had a cousin. This is back in the 90s. They had a litter of kittens. They had like 9 kittens or something like that, something ridiculous. But anyways, this person decides to put this here, preventing me from getting these ingredients. Remember, if you have a spray bottle, you can actually discard it to move the cat elsewhere. But I am going to, instead, take this column. You're going to take all 3 cards. If you get food, you're going to put any cards like this into your hand. If you get food, you will discard this and collect the cubes related to this. So this is 1 chicken. I'll take a red one and 2 milk. And then you can discard these. Anytime on your turn, you can also use a spray bottle or the uh, lost cat card. We'll replenish these cards. This token now goes here. So whichever row or column you take cards from is where the cat is going to go. And so you can't do that one twice in a row, basically. So my opponent says, you know what, I'm going to take this, get some catnip, a cat, and some tuna. And there's a wild. Okay, so, you know what, I'll take the wild. I'll take these, put them into my hand, and the wild is the purple one. This can be used as anything at the end of the game. So then we can move this over here. And we just keep going back and forth like this. So maybe I take this one. Gives me yet another milk. And it gives me a spray bottle and a mouse toy. And let's point out here. Let me just see something here. Oh, so you cannot take diagonal, in case that wasn't clear. I was just trying to see here something about the cards that I saw. I guess it's not too important, but actually here. So the toys, the cats. Okay. So anything like the spray bottle, the toys, these are going to go into your hand. Cats will go in front of you, and food will get discarded for cubes. And what is this? There's sort of lost cats. So maybe my opponent says, you know what? They'll take these ones. And we'll put this lost cat here so I don't forget it. They'll discard the chicken for a chicken. And then we replenish. So you keep doing this until you can no longer replenish a lower column. And once you run out of cards, you can't replenish. With free cards, that ends the game. So let me steal a bunch of cards. Let me show you the lost cat. The lost cat, again, if you have two, let's say I have two, I can discard these for a 2 victory point token, either discard more tokens, or to get one of these cats. So maybe I take Macau here, and you just discard them, but you need 2. So, let me get a bunch of cards here. So I'm taking some tuna, some milk. I don't probably need more milk, but let's say I have some catnip. Let's just give me a bunch of cards here. It's going to be random. And some tuna, some milk. Let's just say I also have just a few more chickens, a few more tunas. And I have a bunch of cards in my hand. So once you can't replenish anymore, you go on to scoring. Just say this is how I end up. Spray bottle can go, it's not worth any points. Same with the lost cat cards if you haven't used them. So, what you're going to do is see if you can feed your cat. So this one needs 2 milk. Boom, we got 2 milk. 2 chicken, I can do that. 1 tuna, that's the blue one. This one is 2 tunas. This one is 1 chicken. And then this one is 1 milk. and it says if fully fed, it counts as an extra catnip. So then all the cats that you feed, and let's just say I had a couple more here. Maybe I got this. This one is free chicken. I only have two, but I do have this wild that can be used as anything. So hey, it's chicken. And maybe I had this one, which is milk, and then that was that. And then maybe I had some tokens left over, we can say. So then you score for everyone that you fed. You're going to add up all these points. So I got 6, 10, 12, 14, 15 points. And again, some of these might give you extra points if you meet certain conditions. And then you're going to look at other stuff. So if you have the most costumes, superhero, sailor, pirate, crown, who does the shit at cats? But if you have the most, you get 6 points. If you don't have any, you lose 2 points. So let's say I have the most, I get 6 points. Then the catnip, again, if you have 2 to 3, which I do, technically I have 3 because macaque, counts as a catnip. So I would get, it doesn't really matter. It would help if I had 3, and it would give me 4, but in this case, at 2 to 3, you get 1 point per cat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 additional points. And then you look at these toys. I got 3, that's 5 points. So 15. Let's say I have 33 points. Whoever has the most points will win. Again, if you have a cat that you haven't fed because you don't have enough, I need 3 chicken, I only have 2, then you lose 2 points. If you have the most food left over at the end of the game, you also lose 2 points. So keep that in mind. And yeah, that's the game. The cards are pretty good quality. You know, to just basically a plastic coated finish. There's also expansions out there. I got one called the Box of Treats, which, you know, maybe some other day we'll look at. But yeah, that's the game. It's pretty nice, simple, straightforward game. Cute art. I like it. Comment, like, subscribe. Know what you think. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.